My beloved child. Look into my hands. You will see the eternal marks of sacrifice, not as symbols of pain, but as reminders of how deeply and endlessly I love you. You've walked through moments where no one saw your tears. You've questioned silently, does anyone know what I'm carrying? The answer is yes, I know. I have seen every tear you've cried in secret, every sigh you've let out when no one was watching, and every silent prayer you whispered through trembling lips. I was there. When doubt sneaks in, whispering that things are too broken, too far gone, too late, remember my voice, trust me. Trust me with your whole heart. Trust me even when the road ahead is dim, even when the mountain seems high, and even when your strength feels too small. I am the God who parts seas, who calms storms, who never leaves nor forsakes his children. You are mine. Let not the uncertainty of your situation, or the chaos of this world, steal the peace I've placed within you. Do not give in to fear. My child, I hold your future in my hands, and those hands are steady. Those hands are strong. They are the same hands that formed the stars and carved your name into my heart. You are not alone. You have never been alone. I understand the burdens that weigh down your spirit. You may carry responsibilities that feel overwhelming. You may wake up with a heart heavy from yesterday's pain. But I am with you, right now, not in some distant way, but intimately close, closer than your next breath. When the weight feels too much to bear, lean into me. Let me carry you. You are not walking toward emptiness, you are walking into promise. I am shaping something within you, even through the challenges. They are not wasted. They are not punishments. They are refining fires, forging perseverance, deepening faith, and awakening wisdom. I am using it all to prepare you for the greater things I have in store. Yes, greater things await, not because you've earned them, but because I have lovingly planned them. So pause now. Breathe in my presence. Let your soul be still. And listen, truly listen, as I whisper to your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are fiercely loved. Let this be the beginning of something new. My child. Now that you've paused long enough to breathe in my presence, let me show you what I've been doing in your life, even in the shadows. You may have asked, why this trial, or why now? But I need you to see that I'm not just the God of blessings, I'm the God who transforms burdens into breakthroughs. The hardships you've endured haven't gone unnoticed. They are sacred spaces of growth, fertile ground where seeds of endurance and faith are planted. You didn't fail just because you stumbled. And just because it hurt, doesn't mean it wasn't part of my plan. In every setback, I was teaching you something deeper than surface success could ever offer. I was helping you grow roots, roots of strength, humility, and trust. I've been shaping your heart, not for comfort alone, but for calling. The trials you faced weren't punishments. They were preparation. Even now, I am unfolding new levels of grace in your life, grace that opens your eyes to see the beauty in brokenness, to discover wisdom where you once saw only confusion. You are being strengthened, not just to survive, but to lead, to inspire, to become a vessel for my glory. I am awakening spiritual insight within you, the kind that helps you discern the difference between distraction and destiny. As this insight grows, you'll start to see things clearly, the relationships that need healing, the doors that I am gently closing, and the paths I am asking you to walk. And as I open doors before you, remember this, they are not rewards, they are assignments. So prepare your heart, not for applause, but for stewardship. Everything I pour into your life, every gift, every resource, every opportunity, will be entrusted to you so that you might glorify me with it. Do not let success go to your head. Let it instead fall to your knees in worship. For what you achieve is not the result of your strength, but of my grace. Keep your heart tender. Let gratitude be your compass. Speak kindly. Walk humbly. And always remember, promotion in my kingdom is never about power, it's always about purpose. I am calling you to walk in a manner worthy of your calling. Not perfectly, but faithfully. Not hurried, but holy. There is no need to chase what others have. What I've prepared for you is unique, sacred, and perfectly tailored to your journey. My child, the road may not always be smooth, but I promise you, it will be worth it. So keep pressing forward, with courage in your heart and hope in your eyes. The next chapter is not just coming, it's already unfolding. Stay close to me. Listen often. Walk boldly. My beloved. You've begun to grasp the depth of my purpose for you, but now, I invite you into something even more profound, a daily awareness of my love. Not just in the high moments or when miracles arrive, but in the quiet, in the ordinary, and even in the waiting. I am not a distant observer. I am the breath in your lungs, the stillness in your soul, the hand upon your shoulder when no one else is near. My love surrounds you from sunrise to sundown, in the rush of the morning and the hush of the night. Each moment carries my presence. Each breath is a gift laced with mercy. When you awaken, let your first thought be one of gratitude. The dawn is more than a new day, it's a fresh invitation to walk with me. I'm already there, waiting to meet you in the rhythm of life, in the smile of a loved one, in the beauty of creation, in the quiet whisper that says, I'm with you. As you go about your day, do not rush past these divine appointments. My spirit moves not only in the miraculous, but also in the mundane. I speak through subtle nudges, peaceful pauses, and sudden joy that comes for no reason at all. That's me, showing you that you are not forgotten, not even for a moment. There will be times when you're tempted to forget these truths. Stress will try to cloud your clarity. Voices will rise around you, calling for your attention, deadlines, opinions, comparisons, distractions. But I am calling too. Come back to me, again and again, in the stillness. Make space for these sacred pauses. Open my word not as a duty, but as a doorway to my heart. Read slowly. Let the truth sink deep, like water on dry ground. These are not just verses, they are love letters from me to you, written to remind you of who I am, and who you are because of me. Let my promises anchor you when the world feels unsteady. You are not held together by your effort, you are sustained by my grace. My strength is sufficient, especially when yours is not. And when your faith feels weak, come to me anyway. I don't ask you to be perfect. I ask you to be present. You may wonder, does he really see me? Yes, I do. Even in your busyness, I see the weariness behind your eyes. I see the love you give, the kindness you extend, the hope you hold on to when no one else notices. Not one act of love is wasted. Not one prayer goes unheard. So keep your heart open. Keep your eyes lifted. Look for me, not just in the breakthroughs, but in the in-betweens. The gentle unfolding of each day is filled with reminders of my nearness. And remember this, beloved, you never have to earn my affection. You have it already. Unchanging. Undeserved. Unshakable. Let that truth be the melody that carries you through today. As you grow more aware of my presence in the everyday, you may still encounter moments that feel quiet, moments when your heart aches for answers and your prayers seem to echo into stillness. But I want you to know this, silence does not mean absence. There is a holy work unfolding even when you can't see it. I am not ignoring your cries or delaying out of indifference. I am arranging, aligning, preparing, down to the smallest detail. The silence is not empty, it is full of purpose. You see only the surface, but I see the soil beneath, where seeds are breaking open, roots are forming, and life is preparing to burst forth. You may feel like nothing is happening, but I assure you, much is being done in the waiting. Do not confuse stillness with stagnation. Growth often happens in quiet. Trust that I am cultivating strength within you, shaping you into someone who walks not by sight, but by faith. When your heart feels tired of waiting, bring your weariness to me. Let me lift what you've been trying to carry alone. Let me hold your dreams, your fears, your timelines. I'm not asking you to figure it all out, only to remain close. And I know the battles you've faced in this season. The silent ones, especially, the ones others don't see. The nights you've laid awake questioning if you're strong enough, worthy enough, or simply enough. But hear this, I did not choose you because you are flawless. I chose you because you are mine. When disappointment creeps in, do not lose hope. Your story does not end in defeat. I am the God who rewrites what looks final and brings beauty from the very ashes the world tries to discard. Even when you feel like you're standing in a wilderness, I am the one who makes rivers flow in barren land. I am the one who provides manna when there is no visible supply, who sends light into the darkest valley. You are not forsaken. You are not overlooked. Every tear you've cried has been caught. Every sigh you've released has been heard. Every dream you've buried, I remember it. Lift your eyes again. Take courage. Just because the answer hasn't arrived doesn't mean it's denied. It's growing, in wisdom, in timing, and in wait. And while you wait, I wait with you. I sit with you in your questions. I walk beside you through your wondering. I speak in the quiet places where your heart leans in. You are not abandoned. You are being prepared, for something more beautiful than you can imagine. So, remain open. Remain expectant. What I've begun in you, I will complete. And what feels delayed is actually on divine schedule. My child. Now that you've rested in my presence, heard my voice in the stillness, and allowed me to hold your sorrow, it's time to rise. Not in haste, not with panic, but with holy confidence, knowing that your season is shifting. You have walked through long nights. You have carried hidden weights. But hear me clearly now, the dawn is breaking. What has been buried is about to bloom. The door that seemed sealed is beginning to open. I am not only the God of comfort, I am the God of transformation. And I am calling you forward. Lift your eyes. Stand with me. Shake off the dust of despair and stretch toward the light. You were not created to dwell in discouragement. You were designed to reflect my glory, to shine even in the midst of shadows. The past may have bruised you, but it did not break you. And where there were cracks, I have poured in grace. You've asked for a sign, and this is it. I am stirring hope within you once more, calling dead places back to life. The promises I made have not expired. The dreams I planted in your spirit are not forgotten. They are awakening now, not by your might, but by my spirit. I have been working in the background all along, orchestrating details you couldn't see. Connections are forming. Provisions are being released. People you have yet to meet are being prepared for your path. Even the delays served a purpose, they refined your discernment and drew you closer to me. And now, I am preparing to entrust you with more. But remember, the blessing is not the destination, it's part of the journey. It is meant to flow through you, not just to you. As I increase your influence, remain rooted in humility. As I pour out favor, remember the source. Keep your heart aligned with mine, and no storm will uproot you. Let me remind you, your identity is not in what you accomplish, but in who you belong to. You are my beloved. Not because of what you do, but because of who I am. So don't wait for perfect conditions to move forward. Step out, even with trembling hands. Faith doesn't require full understanding, it only asks for trust. I will steady your steps. I will light your path. I will go before you. There's no need to carry yesterday's shame into tomorrow. I've already covered it. Grace has gone ahead of you. Mercy is your companion. Favor surrounds you like a shield. What once held you back has no more power. You've been released, now walk in that freedom. This is the beginning of your next chapter, one marked by restoration, clarity, and divine momentum. Stand tall in your calling. Speak life with boldness. Love without reservation. And walk in the confidence of a child whose father holds the world. My precious one. Now that you've stood again, with your heart renewed and your spirit realigned, I want to walk with you, not just into the next season, but every step beyond it. You were never meant to walk alone. The victories ahead, the joy that is returning, the dreams beginning to blossom, these are not fleeting gifts. They are the fruits of my faithfulness, and they are yours not only to receive, but to steward. I'm calling you to live not cautiously, but courageously, to embrace this life with open hands, because I will be your constant. The same voice that called you out of the valley will now guide you through the mountain paths. The same presence that sustained you in the silence will now speak clearly in your journey forward. I'm not just your shelter, I'm your strategy. I'm not only your healer, I'm your strength. So live with intention. Look for me in every interaction. Speak words that carry my compassion. Extend grace freely, not because others deserve it, but because you've received it in abundance. Let the way you love reflect the depth of mine. I haven't just brought you through pain to bring you to peace. I've brought you into purpose. There are lives waiting to be touched by the light I've placed within you. There are hearts that need the same hope you now hold. What you once thought was wasted, the hurt, the waiting, the prayers that felt unanswered, will now become the testimony that sets others free. This isn't the end of your story. It's the continuation of something sacred. A life marked not by perfection, but by presence, my presence. And in that presence, there is fullness of joy, clarity of vision, and the power to endure anything. When challenges return, and yes, they will, remember, you've already been equipped. You've walked through the fire and emerged refined. You've heard my voice in the quiet and trusted my timing when you couldn't see a way. That faith has grown roots. It will hold steady when the winds blow. You are no longer just surviving, you are thriving. Let your days reflect this truth. Rise each morning not in dread, but in anticipation. Go to sleep each night not in worry, but in peace. When the world feels loud and your path feels uncertain, return to the stillness where we began. I will meet you there, again and again. I will always be here. Not as a fleeting moment of comfort, but as your eternal companion. I will never tire of drawing near to you. I will never stop speaking to your soul, reminding you that you are chosen, cherished, and held. So step forward with courage. Dream with boldness. Love with abandon. You are walking in the fulfillment of promises, covered in grace, and called to radiate my glory. This world needs your light, not because you're flawless, but because I shine through your faith. And when doubt tries to creep in again, just remember what I've said from the very beginning. I see you. I love you. I'm with you. Always.